Wait, I don't have a quippy statement to say whenever you call my name. Crap.
Well, you've got 40, 50 seconds to think.
First that kills the conversation dead. Alright, everybody, talk naturally. Oh, fuck, what do I say?
All scrambling for something quippy.
Right. That's natural.
They had different words in Dune or spoken. Tell you what Shai-Hulud means.
Can I use, like, French curse words?
Hello, everyone. Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of boards, recorder of videos, and a tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined, as always, by my wonderful friends. Chris, playing Valravn, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence.
Hello, I got like 2 notes out of the intro music. It was very weird. Right as you started talking, the intro music
Does
played for
anybody
like
else
2
have
seconds.
the problems that of the intro music sometimes? No?
I don't,
Just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
It
just
sounds
sometimes.
good to me.
Okay.
All right.
I sometimes don't even hear it.
Huh. That's weird. Heather, playing Frey, the halfling barbarian of the beast.
Crap, I didn't find a French curse word phrase first. Hi!
Rochelle, not joining us tonight, playing Celeste, the half-orc sun soul monk. Raymond, playing Edmund, the human alchemist artificer. And Reese, playing Thimbleweed, the gnome swarmkeeper ranger.
That's me.
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube channel. Read weekly session recaps at rogue20.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed. I just lost my train of thought. Live series Crafting Icewind Ale every Thursday.
You went too hard on that no.
I did.
That no was too hard.
I took the
Too
off-ramp right at no, and it was just got totally lost.
No!
We had to turn around. There was not a good U-turn. Head on over to our live post-session discussion for Frostmaiden chat after our show
Are you
tonight.
sure?
You can also listen to all these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson. But I could just record all of this every time and just play this, but you know what? You're getting it live every time. The Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please go to patreon.com/Rogue Watson. Shoutouts to new patrons this week, Jeffrey and Quizats Haderach. Thank you, Chris, for the pronunciation.
Yeah.
And recently upgraded patron James. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net for video chat. We use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure.
Jimmy!
Previously on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. The Marshals journeyed to Caer Denival in search of the innkeeper's son. Remember that? The reason you guys were here? My way of gently reminding everybody.
I'm sure we'll find him
As
eventually.
long as there are no follow-up questions, then yes.
Talking to the bartender at the tavern, they learned that a group had moved into the town's castle, and the speaker hadn't been seen for weeks. The Marshals went to the centuries-old castle, and were summarily turned away by figures on the wall. Valravn launched into a rambling story, but something at the end seemed to catch the occupants' attention, and they opened the gate, ushering them inside. Valravn seemed to know something, and the guards escorted the party to their leader, a tiefling man named Kadroth. Kadroth introduced his people as the Black Swords, a group of lost souls who had found the black ice known as Chardalyn and had come to him for answers. He was able to help them stem the corruption and transform Chardalyn into useful magical items for them. Valravn and Kadroth seemed to hit it off, so much so that Valravn confessed his secret. He had been acting as a spy for Avarice, a wizard who is currently residing in this castle, though he wished to renounce any would-be allegiance, as Kadroth saw her as a dangerous threat. The rest of the Marshals weren't too keen on Valravn's confession, nearly coming to blows as they literally wrestled with the revelation in the office. But cooler heads prevailed-ish.
Did they? Did they?
Prevailed? Could trail off like a question. And the party makes their next move. And the DM is as much interested in knowing what's going to happen as everybody watching.
Still in the room, right?
Y'all are, I'm not.
Yeah, we literally left off almost in media res with the Valravn had just recently made his confession. You guys had just had a big tete-a-tete about this piece of information, and I believe Frey had just stormed outside. And at this point,
back in that like middle room.
Yeah, Kadroth has practically been begging you all to get the fuck out of his office and take this schoolyard, whatever you've got, out.
Okay, we were gonna
Be
leave
nice.
anyway, right?
It'd be nice if Frey were here to listen to this, but I have a confession as well.
Wait, what?
Oh, this is fun. I'm probably glad I'm not here.
Confession.
He says, please, I am not a priest. You do not have to confess things in this office.
Be
Sorry, his
quiet.
office,
I want to hear this.
his office is very comfortable. It's a good, feels like a therapy room.
No, it's not at all.
Are you still here?
It's my office.
You're welcome to leave, sir, if our conversations bore you.
Please, you could take this somewhere else.
I must make my confession now. Bob Robin being chosen to spy on me was not random. In fact, it could have been any of you. The truth is, I'm being pursued, and I have been for quite a while. I thought I was traveling under the radar, but I suppose my search for the truth has led me down a predictable path. Initially, it started with some rumors, but the more I dug, the more I realized these rumors were truths that just needed to be arranged properly, like pieces of a puzzle. I also came across the name of a group on multiple occasions. At first, it seemed irrelevant, but I quickly realized that this group had disseminated themselves so deeply that only the leader knew who was a part of it. I tried to distance myself from this knowledge, but it was too late. They were onto me. I saw things that I wasn't supposed to see, things that could undermine the entirety of the group. And rather than invite me to join them, which I would have said no, of course, they chose to eliminate me instead. But I was already on the run. I tried staying a few steps ahead, sometimes sacrificing others as a decoy. However, you guys are different.
Are
Not sure what
we?
Yes. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it was the first long rest we shared together,
Yes.
staring into each other's eyes as the campfire embers burned out. But that's why I'm warning you all now.
You felt it too?
Yes. The group after me
Do you
is...
feel the same way about me? Yes, no.
The group after me is known as the Arcane Brotherhood. And now that you all know their names, they will be after you too.
Not me! I'm safe in my little bubble.
Oh,
Stowing away.
do we know that you won't betray us too like your other group, despite our longing looks at each other over embers during the night?
Isn't that enough?
Not for me. I've been betrayed by too many people and goats before.
But you never
Childhood
shared
goat
campfire.
betrayal is still real raw.
Goat betrayals run deep.
But have you ever shared the campfire embers with the goats?
I
Watching
don't want
the
to speak of it. Fine. I'll believe you for now. I'm not sure about Mr. Astute.
I, for one, cannot deny you, my friend. After my own misdirection, it would be unkind and uncivil of me to judge you on yours.
Oh, great. The two traitors are getting along.
They have something in common now.
I am no traitor. I just found out too much information.
Fine. The potential betrayer and the potential traitor.
Sure, we all hold some small secrets, do we not?
I have no secrets.
Do we not, Thimble?
Thimbleweed is pure.
Pure thimbleweed.
That's my
You're my
secret
friend.
cap.
Yeah.
I'm pure.
I'm too good. I'm too hardworking. All
There are
right.
spies everywhere. I'm sure they're right outside our door too.
Do we fear that this wizardess we go to meet now might be one of those Arcane Brotherhood members? Do you know the name Avarice, Edmund?
Yes, I may have come across it. She is part of the Arcane Brotherhood.
We might be in more danger than I thought then. We must keep our guards high.
Yes. And you do not have to worry. I will not sacrifice you like the pawns I've sacrificed in the past.
Thank you.
You're at
for
least
that
bishops.
assurance.
Yeah, let's say, what do you consider us rooks?
I prefer to be a rook, if possible.
You are like my queens.
You know what? Screw marshals. It's now Edmund's Queens. It's now the name of this group.
All right.
Accepted. That's an awesome band name.
That's all the confessions I have. We can go now.
Please, if you're all done sharing your deepest secrets.
Fine. We'll go, okay? Ah.
We could really get a therapist couch installed in here. It's wonderful energy.
Ugh.
Got baby aggro. I'll be back in a minute.
Same time next week.
That's right.
I'll just stop charging.
All right, so where were they actually taking us?
You're, as per your last conversation, he had mentioned the fact that Avarice does have a room upstairs. And you two kind of had a conversation where he alluded the fact that he would love if she were out of the picture. And you seem to be, agreement to that.
Sorry, you just mentioned it in the recap, so
Yeah.
I was going to do it, but then now I've forgotten already again. As we're leaving, I might turn to Rakdoth? That name.
Hadroth?
Hadroth. I'm moving the letters around.
Yeah.
It's an auditory dyslexia.
Is your name
Are
Ragdoll?
you still here?
Kadroth. As we're leaving, I might mention, like, by the by, my friend, do you know a horror war?
What did you call me?
Those mini horror wars. The horror
yes,
war.
The
When I was a
Horror
child.
Wars. The Horror Wars of 1977.
Many a goat lay in the street dead after that one.
So many goats. Horror, yes, of course. Fine, outstanding young man. He's in charge, partially in charge of security here at the castle. I believe, well, you all wouldn't have made it in without talking to him.
Oh dear. You might be skipping a quest, my man. I'm very sorry. What does he look like?
He gives you a description that sounds like a, maybe 19-year-old, maybe sandy, blonde, brown hair, mid-length, just, no facial hair, kind of clean-shaven.
And does that
Human.
description match someone we met when we were coming in?
You don't recall that of any of the guards in the courtyard area or the one standing outside, but you recall there were, two figures in the gatehouse that let you in, and one was a man and one was a tiefling woman.
Okay. All right. Might it be possible for us to speak with this horror at some point? We've heard wonderful stories of some of his teenage accomplishments.
Give me a deception check, please. As many
But
I was trying to think of a reason we might have to talk to him. It's not his mom said us to bring him home.
We've heard his car warranty is expired.
We'd like to contact him. Hold on. Deception. How about a 26?
Good lord. Katroth kind of rubs his head as I don't recall the young man being quite well known. Is he in a bit of trouble? And he kind of looks at like I don't know if you guys wear your badges or what. He kind of realizes like who you are. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Oh no, not at all. I'm an avid rugby fan, and I heard that he was the captain of his team back in his hometown. I wish to press him for details.
He loves teenagers.
Especially athletic ones.
Well, with that deception check, Kadroth is still a bit unsure, but just kind of shrugs and says, "Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. He should be over at the gatehouse."
Wonderful. I will ask him about his excellent score percentage.
You are so weird.
Wait a minute, rugby doesn't have score percentage! Arrest that man! Kadroth just kind of nods confusedly.
Alright. Now we can...
Oh, thank God. And for the sake of easiness, we're going to have Celeste pop into a little gem that somebody can swipe.
Swipe it.
She has been called back to her plane of existence. Yeah, the three of you can join. Whoops, that is not. It's on the token
He's
layer.
dead.
Join Frey back here, and then where you go from there is up to you. However, you do note these two guards come outside, and they do close this door. And one of them just seems to be kind of, I mean, he's staying back, but seems like he's going to kind of follow you all.
Okay. Do we want to go deal with the wayward kid first, or do we want to go deal with the wizardess first?
Kid.
Okay.
I think we need to start with an easy kill first.
That all seems like
our way up.
Yeah, we need
All right.
practice. Warm up.
right. Well then, yeah, let's head. I've lost track of where we are in the map versus anywhere we've been. So
Sure.
let's just say we go to where the kid is.
As this guard follows us, I want to try to follow him,
Flank him.
Yeah.
like I did at Universal when we got kicked out.
He seems annoyed by this. I'm just gonna have you guys kind of teleport back out to the courtyard, which people do have lit torches out here because it's still kind of that, gray cast. And as you all approach, this inner gate is still open, and the guard just kind of points you forward, and it's very awkward because it's just you kind of looking up a story up into like the murder holes where you can kind of see like maybe the corner of a dude and another woman up there.
Oh, so they're like pointing. We're like looking up into the guard towers.
Yeah, there's like there's two towers, and then there's the the gatehouse with the lower floor is the entrance of the gate, and then the upper area is the actual like security system where they can do the pulleys and stuff.
Are they staring at us upstairs?
They're not paying attention to you guys.
You'll rue the day when you don't pay attention to thimbleweed.
Who are those two?
The
Hidden
boy
Pawn.
to be sacrificed. The boy is the one. And remind us of the name of the town. I don't remember what town it was.
It was
the Cobalt Mine Town.
Yeah, it was Tourmaline. After you guys did
Tourmaline.
after you guys did the gem mine quest, the innkeeper told you about her son who had found a piece of Charlatan. It had started to well, she didn't connect the dots, but he had started becoming aggressive and violent and odd, and then I think a few days later, I forget what the timetable was, but two people showed up, a tiefling man and a tiefling woman, and they were wearing these kind of amulets, and just talked to him, and he said later that day he left of his own volition, and the only thing she heard was that they were heading to a castle. And she was worried about her son.
So how do we get up there?
Are you asking the guard, or just...
Sing out loud, I guess.
Okay. The guard just kind of grunts at you and says, you can talk from there.
Maybe he wanted to be face to face. What do you say to that?
Yeah, you do notice the towers. There are entrances to the towers on either side.
All right, Varavin will call out, Young Horwar! Hello there!
You see, and there's kind of like a window on the inside, at least, where they can, come to the edge, and you see a young man does come over to the edge with a confused look on his face. Says, who are you?
I am Valravin Gwynatane Lanria, at your service, my boy.
How do you know my name?
We have come from Tourmaline.
So what?
We have heard your name there.
So?
We've heard many wonderful things. We simply wanted to meet the young Horwar. As he's doing that, he will try to imperceptibly to the guards that are following them, maybe he just got his back to them, use his message cantrip.
Okay.
To point up to the boy. My dear boy, you may answer me in the verbal speech to my present question or line of conversation, but I am in your mind at the moment, and you may answer me there as well.
You see
We
him...
have been... Oh, sorry, go
ahead. When you're launching into this, you see him reel backwards as if he'd been struck. And he starts angrily yelling and pointing, and he says, he's using magic! He's trying to use magic on me! And you see one of the guards kind of saunter over and says, what's this all about?
Impossible! Valravin is dumb as a sack of bricks. He has no magic with him. I'm covering for you.
Perhaps your boy is, wrong in the head. Maybe he's hearing things.
All teenagers lie.
He'll try one more time as the attempting to imperceptibly message him, just so he can get out. Your mother has sent us to determine your well-being. If you are well here, if you have no troubles at this place, you may answer me thusly, and we will carry the message back to your mother. But if you are in distress, if you are held here against your will, we have methods by which we may aid you.
He now he's he's almost shaking his hands as if warding off a insect that's flying around or something. He's like, "Oh, stop this! What's going on? I think, who are you? What are you trying to do?" And you see an attractive young tiefling woman come up beside him and kind of put her arm around his shoulders, kind of protectively. Says, "Is everything okay?"
He's a minor.
No, he's not a minor. He's like 19.
He's barely legal.
Says, I don't know who these people are. They seem dangerous.
Dangerous? We're two 3 skinny, tall people and 2 short people with no weapons that are of importance.
Cling, cling, all the weapons you have on you. Just...
Look, this isn't working. Just tell him. And Edmund yells out, "Your mother sent us. She's worried about you."
He doesn't like you playing rugby.
You end up like your father. At that,
He doesn't even know what day it is.
he snaps his head and says, "Oh, you're like, what are you, witches hired by my mom to track me down? God,
Former witch.
I'm fine. God."
Boy, could you even hear me a moment ago?
Was that you?
Did you hear my voice?
Was that you in my head?
I introduced myself in your head. I hoped you.
You
Through non-magical
see,
means.
they were trying to do something to me.
I simply wish to. It is very minor, not even magical, you might say. I simply wish to conserve my voice. I am a storyteller, after all. I must guard the vocal cords. So instead of yelling, just project myself to communicate with the boy.
You see
He's
the
a
woman.
ventriloquist. He's
you
real
see-
good.
You see the woman say, "You can tell his overprotective mother that he's perfectly fine here. This is where he belongs."
Do I? Okay, he's not
Come on,
answering me.
dear.
But do I get the sense that he's actually heard my message?
Roll an insight check. Yes, you get the
Okay.
sense he did hear the message.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I guess we're done here. He seems fine.
Yeah, I would like to do an insight check though, just on this whole thing.
This whole thing.
Is this really a castle?
You're not sure.
All right.
Oh, I was supposed to have advantage on that. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I didn't click it.
The advantage. He rolled a 9. He seems happy to you. You know what? He seems like a typical like petulant teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe maybe it's a
and
rebellious
if a hot older
phase.
demon woman came and was like, "Come to my castle,"
I mean,
what if- what
entire
19-year-old's
songs have
not
been written
gonna-
about hot demon women inviting you to their castle, I think.
Before he gets pulled away, Edmund's gonna flash a piece of the shardling crystal he's got towards the team.
To where he can see it?
Yeah. Like, are you sure you want to go that way?
Tell me we have an Xbox.
At that-
The whole basement, man. We got a white screen down there. No one bothers you.
I got Xbox, pizza, and weed. I'm the place you want to be.
We have the fastest internet available.
That's right.
And Cinemax for after hours.
That all sounds
Like,
great.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. We're setting up ourselves
Yeah.
to come to our underground arcade.
It's actually a sewer, but other than that. Edmund, when you do that, his eyes kind of shoot up and he says, "Oh, wait. Are you here to join?"
Let's not speak too loudly out here. Tell us how we can get up there, and I will give you my answer. But it might be a yes.
Well, I can't give you free reign in the castle unless you're going to join up, but if you found Chardalyn, then we got to let Kadroth know right now.
Say it too loudly. Others will want it.
Oh no, it's definitely yours. We don't take the Chardalyn from you, but we do have to make sure you're safe from it. It's dangerous like that.
You seem like a very nice, helpful young fellow.
He smiles, and you see the woman getting increasingly agitated with the way you're handling it versus how she felt like she was on top of the situation a second ago.
I thought I might be able to, whet your appetite with more. I heard that you had this experience before.
Oh, yeah, it's an enlightening experience, almost spiritual. But yeah, absolutely. We'll let Kadroth know right away. And he shouts down to the guard. Guard, that one has a piece of Chardolin. I can't believe we missed that. And the guard immediately just nods. And do you react to any of this?
Maybe jump in. Maybe I'll jump in and say we've already spoken to Kadroth. He is fully aware of our situation. Steps have been taken with him to ensure all of our safety. The guard here can attest that we have, in fact, just come from his office. Yes.
Yeah, but I don't remember anybody showing anything about Charlotte. Roll a deception check.
All right.
But you are pretty convincing.
19.
19 is probably going to do it, but there's technically a chance. 26 there wasn't a chance, but 19 there might be a chance. It's not a good one. All right. The guard just huffs and says, we just spent a long time in Kadroth's office. It must have come up at some point. Maybe they're gonna be here to stay. I don't know. He just kind of looks bored.
He wasn't in the room, right?
He, not in. You guys have taken up most of the room with your antics. He was out.
Maybe the last half.
At one point, yeah, exactly. At one point, the door did open, and that's when he was like, "What's going on in here?" So that's kind of what you're playing into. Is like, "Hey, we already had this conversation, and all that." And the guard is saying like, "Well, yeah, maybe they took care of it, and maybe you are joining, and you're here to stay, and this is you guys are spending the day." Maybe you brought him or whatever it is, but that seems to mollify the guard for now. And Horror seems satisfied with that outcome.
All right, so there's some sort of ritual they make people go through here when they have Chardolin. Or when they've been exposed to it. I don't know if it may be a good ritual or maybe like a mind control ritual. It's unclear.
I don't think we're making much progress with the whole...
No, at this point, I don't know if there's anything we can do to except
from what you can tell, he well, you rolled a pretty bad insight check, but from what you can tell, he seemed fine with the situation.
I mean, right now we're in a place where our only option would be for him would be forcibly take him, tie him up and drag him out of this place.
Stitch effort. Eben yells out, "We have condoms."
He's a 19-year-old. He doesn't think he needs them.
Oh my god.
This now becomes a PSA.
Yeah. I know I missed a little bit, but can we just basically tell everyone that he's being forced to be there and we need to save him?
Well, I mean, say again?
Just escalate it.
We could. We don't know that's the case necessarily. and I feel like doing that would just aggro this entire castle.
Going to Valravi, he looks pretty happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe we do some more investigation, see if we can figure out what this ritual they were talking about, what if it does mind control people. Let's see if we can figure that out.
That sounds fine.
All right, let's just tell his mother that he died.
I'll be happier though.
He's dead somewhere.
We'll have completed the quest, and we'll
That's
have to
right.
worry about it.
That's right.
Can you give us a lock of your hair as proof of your demise?
Just tell her he's happy and doesn't want to come home. I mean,
Yeah,
it's better, right?
I was like, no, I'll tell her she's dead.
She's dead.
Case completed. Another successful rescue mission.
Yeah, as one like last parting shot, maybe just. And what would you have us tell your mother, dear Horwar? She worries for you greatly.
Tell her I'm fine and to stop worrying.
Can she expect you home for Christmas? When are you going to call her next?
The tiefling woman finally like takes him aside and she's like, "Just tell him to leave us alone. He's fine here. He's a man. He can handle himself. He can make his own decisions." And
He can make his own decisions, yes. But to turn your back on your family is a great sin where I come from.
At this point, they turn their back on you and walk back into the game.
Damn it! They have sinned against me too! I will not rest until they're both destroyed.
And
Who do you think the tiefling's boss is? Talk to them.
Adroth or this Avarice lady, which we go talk to this Avarice lady.
All right.
Anyway,
We'll escalate it that way.
that's right. She can fill us in.
Maybe there's a form we can sign.
That's right.
Release form.
All right, let's go. I feel like we failed this quest, but
I will say, as a DM, keep in mind the quest wasn't rescue my son from the bandits. It was, hey, my son was taken to this castle and I worried about him. I want to check up on him.
He's dead. I've come around.
It's
the best
the
possible
noblest answer to give.
We didn't fail trying to get him back home. He's just dead.
That's right. Instead of admit that we couldn't bring him home, he was murdered in an agonizing way.
I agonize.
You gotta really sell it.
You must give her a story, my man.
It was awful when we found him.
He was crying for you over and over again at the end.
His last thoughts were of you.
Good lord.
let's just tell her that the powers that overcame him just tortured him into a grueling death. That's all.
Great.
It was so intense. We all cried and we didn't even know him.
That's
I can't even imagine if you were there to witness this.
Fantastic.
All right.
Yep. Let's move on.
He's dead. Let's move on.
So if you venture back inside the keep area, did you? I mean, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to ask questions about the guard, about where to go, or anything, then he seems like he's kind of escorting you / watching over you.
Okay. I mean, I guess we were going to this Avarice, right? So I guess just how do we get to her?
Okay. He points upstairs. Says, upstairs on your left is a hallway, and in the right room is Avarice's chamber across from Kadroth's. I'll follow you up there.
All right. Well, let's go.
Okay. You all.
Now, we might be going to kill her. Are you okay with that, guard?
Did you say that?
Yeah, ask him.
He, his face blanches. He says, did Kadroth tell you that?
I'm just kidding with you.
he actually looks a bit scared when you bring that up. But he leads you all to this upstairs, which is the same part of the map, just over here. And as you come upstairs, you notice there are 2 doors overlooking, and this is a weird map, it doesn't quite fit on the grid. In fact, you guys are probably more like in a line, because some of you are on the balcony. As you go upstairs, the balcony wraps around the sides, and you see there's 2 doors on either side on either balcony, and the one he leads you over to is not guarded. The other one has a pair of guards that look alert. And he points you to this other hallway He can open the door for you all.
Before he opens the door, maybe I'll ask him, what are those two over there? And such a imposing posture for?
He says, that's where the speaker's at. He's got,
I see.
round the clock protection. Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Protection.
Yes.
Because he is deathly ill.
Right.
With
sickness.
Wonderful.
Do you know if he has any guards inside?
We are marshals after all. We just want to make sure that the speaker has the utmost protection.
Well, I mean, he's sick, so we, social distance and stuff. Kept under quarantine, protection for everybody involved.
Of course.
How high are we? Is this like a balcony? Is that what I'm
Yeah.
looking at? Or
Yeah, you're a story up.
just one story?
Mhm.
And where is this guard leading us? Is there a door that I can't see?
Yeah, there is probably a door you can't see. This hallway right next to Thimble. It's a funky map, but this section next to Thimbleweed just opened up. So if you go up to Thimbleweed's token, you can go into the hallway there. And he kind of gestures in there and he says, "It's the door on the north is Avarice's bedchamber, and then the other door is Kadroth's. Don't touch that door."
What speaker do we know what speaker is in there?
It's the speaker of the town that everyone claims is deathly ill, and that's why this Black Sword group has taken over in his place, but we don't know if that's actually the case. I think that I'm trying to remember, was that the one insight check that I failed last week? Or was that...
I don't think he actually failed any insight checks. I think that one you definitely knew that Kadroth was holding something back and wasn't being as forthright with you. Whenever basically you talked about the speaker.
Yeah, okay. So we don't. There may be more to it, but he is in there ill apparently, and that's why he can't lead the town right now. So maybe we want to find out what's going on with him too while we're here. Oh, I didn't see the actual hallway.
Sorry, yeah, I can put you guys where you can actually see it.
And is this guard following us into this hallway?
He does follow you into the hallway, but he seems anxiously. So you guys can go in here, and then he pointedly stands right at the entrance of the hallway and does not go any further. Doesn't seem like he's interested in going any further, but he does look at the hallway and gesture to the door to your north. And he mentions the door to the south was Kadroth's bedchamber. He said not to go there.
We're going towards Avarice.
That's where he's leading you,
Okay.
Thank you for your guidance, my good sir. You may report back to Kadroth and tell him that you have admirably guided us to the chambers of Miss Avarice.
Yeah, I gotta stay with you folks just for, security reasons.
Ah, so you will guard this doorway while we are here.
That's right.
Very well.
You like being paid to guard beds?
It's fine.
Seems like a pretty lowly existence, don't you think?
It's fine.
What's minimum wage these days?
I'm doing just fine.
So is he staring down the hallway at us as we're down there?
he's not being super intent. He's kind of now adopting a more lazy like guard pose, where he is just kind of leaning against the corner hallway right here, and just kind of has his arms folded and just kind of glancing at you, and glancing at the other guards across the hallway and just kind of nodding at them. So we're just kind of chilling here. He's not like Overwatch stance, anything like that. He's just very relaxed and chilling, but he does seem to be just staying here.
We haven't had like combat since we last long rested, have we?
I don't think so. You guys are fully
Okay,
rested.
My spell slots did not come back.
Oh,
Like, did I use all my second level spell slots?
You know what? Now that you have your tokens on there, it might be worth hitting that long rest button if the macro is
Oh yeah, let's see
working
if it
again.
works.
Yeah.
Okay,
We might not have had the tokens on there last time.
gotcha.
Had the same problem.
Yeah.
Just noticed.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think to use that script, you have to have the click on the token and then click the button. But yeah, we have not had combat since you leveled up to 4.
Valrobin whispered to his teammates, "I am seriously considering attempting to perhaps sleep or waylay these."
Sleep with the guard.
You want to sleep in that bed too, don't you? That's all I can think about now. Why are they guarding the bed? I
Yeah.
want to sleep in that bed.
How nice is that bed?
I would like to explore both Kadros' inner chambers and find out what is happening with the speaker, but there are 3 guards in our way. Oh, we can just go talk to Avarice. I don't know.
You can talk to her first and then do all. I mean,
I guess we could, yeah.
Yes, I think talking to her first proved more beneficial, and we can always kill people afterwards that you want to kill.
It saved my blood. I meant sleep in a literal magical fashion, my boy, not the proverbial sleep.
You're missing out. I bet his bed is real comfortable.
So which door was Avarice?
The north door.
Okay. Can I listen at it?
Sure, give me a perception check.
I'm talking while I got my ear against the door.
You think you hear a thimbleweed just breathing heavily next to you. Rolled a... That was a 1, wasn't it? Natural 1.
The 1. Yep, natural
Yeah.
1. All right, let's knock on the door. Just gently, knock on the door.
You hear an impatient voice say, "Come in!"
Yeah, of course. Let's go in.
Before I go in, I want to test Kadros' door and see if it's open.
Okay. Do you try and do it when the guard isn't looking, or do you just brazenly walk up and grab
When
it?
the guard's not looking.
Okay. You're able to time it pretty well. He's not necessarily like staring at you guys the whole time, and you reach over and just try the handle, and it does appear to be locked.
I'd like to stealthily pick the lock.
That would require a... I would either allow stealth or sleight of hand. For a, I guess, thieves tool. Do you have thieves tools? Are you proficient?
I do have these
Oh,
tools.
snap. All right.
I didn't know artificers had that.
Give me a thieves tool. He didn't always used to be an artificer. While you're giving me that check, Valrobin, you open the door. This unremarkable bedroom features a red rug, a narrow bed, and a freestanding mirror. Behind a desk, an albino tiefling rises. She has red eyes and shoulder-length white hair with small black horns protruding on each side. A staff radiating power and topped with a frozen icicle rests by her side. A menacing gargoyle statue stares blankly at you from the far wall, and a raven flies in from an open window and lands on one of her horns. And this is a picture. Edmund, as you try to... Oh, wait, sorry, that's your slide. Okay, let's see. That is actually
I'd like to
contested.
use inspiration.
Well,
Oh,
You know what? I will. I'll let you. Let's see if it's. Already said
I
it was
guess
gonna
he's
have.
looking.
Yeah, we'll have him try to figure out. Let's see. His perception is a wisdom check. Card rolled a 1 on his perception check, by the way. Even though you feel like you weren't the stealthiest person, you look over and the guard is just completely looking the opposite direction. Just must be like engaged in a conversation across the hallway or something.
Since I was last, I'm going to slip in that way while everybody else goes north.
Sure. You would still need to give me the actual check to do the. That was just your check to be stealthy. You would still need to give me the check to actually pick the lock.
It's my thieves tool.
Yes.
It asks me what attribute is. I guess dexterity. I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Mm.
Now might be a good chance for inspiration because you feel like that wouldn't necessarily get the job done.
Let's.
You
do
feel like
it.
you're pretty close.
I'm using my inspiration. Ugh,
Oh boy.
come on.
Yeah, you might get a chance after this, but for now, you're sitting there like trying. You're like, you time it just perfectly, but you're like, and it just can't quite do it. And the guard kind of looks over and you're just like, do do do. Meanwhile, the tiefling one rises and says, Valravn, you foolish idiot. I thought you would be more clever than this. Clearly I overestimated you. One little conversation with Kadroth and you pledge your loyalty and nearly get yourself killed by your own party by confessing your association with me? Now I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you're a naive fool, jumping to conclusions before you know all the facts. In other words, an adventurer. If you will...
Perhaps I am immensely clever and am playing both sides against the middle, my dear.
You are?
I don't know. I don't.
Who
like
is
being
the
called a
middle
fool.
in this situation? Enlighten me.
Wait a minute. I thought you pledged your loyalty to us down there.
But
His loyalty is up for sale right now. Let's start the bidding.
I was in a situation, dear Avarice, where I had no other choice. You see, it was a situation turning against me. My dear fellows here, who I have come to care for greatly, were beginning to suspect my duplicitous nature already. Weren't you all? And Valravn turns his back to Avarice and gives you all like big like play along vibes.
Yes.
We shared campfire embers together.
Indeed. That's a bond unbreakable.
And when Kadroth presented
Hang on
us,
one second.
with-
I need to turn off my baby monitor if you guys are hearing that.
I'm not hearing it, but
No.
but he is.
Oh boy. What a fun situation for you. So, you think that gargoyle's gonna come to life?
Oh
Should we
yeah.
kill it now.
Oh.
Alright.
Preemptively. No, I have a feeling if we aggro her, yes, we've got a gargoyle on our heads.
All right, sorry about that. Keep going.
And when Kadroth, perhaps you didn't hear the whole conversation. We were clever enough to notice your raven after all. But
Yes,
perhaps what
brilliant of you, Valravn. I tried to save you from yourself. Kadroth is dangerous.
he seemed like a nice enough fellow to me.
The
I pride
counselor
my
is dangerous?
I pride myself on being a good judge of character.
Thank you.
Well, you failed in this case.
What? How dare you? I'm an excellent character.
Tell me, did
I
he
was
tell
wrong
you?
about
Did he tell you what happened to the speaker?
he perhaps omitted some details, yes.
Omitted some details. Yes, he surely did. He is not the altruistic savior he makes himself out to be. And
Oh.
First of all, if he so much as whiffs any of that Chardalyn your friend here possesses, and she indicates Edmund down the hall, well.
It's kind of pick like a door.
Yeah.
or just go like one.
Well, he would never be allowed to leave with it.
So, I am genuine without or rather wants to talk without like speaking in metagame, but he's like, I am genuinely a good judge of character. My insight is very high.
A +9, you see.
I looked into his eyes. They
Yes,
did not
I
strike
know.
me as a man lying.
I hired you because I believed you were a good judge of character and knew how to make your way in the world. So imagine my disappointment when you sell me out to this buffoon, this pompous fool. No, that's not fair. He's clever. He tricked all of you.
Ha! Tricked.
Perhaps he magicked my eyes in such a way that I misjudged.
He foolishly let Kadroth and his little cult move in, thinking he could control them and use him to his political advantage. Well, apparently Kadroth chafed under the Speaker's rule till he couldn't take it anymore, and they took over, and it wasn't exactly a peaceful transition of power. The truth of who Kadroth is lies in the cistern beneath this keep. Don't take my word for it. Go check it for yourself. You'll find a trap door in the northwestern tower.
Sounds like a trap.
Let's kill her now.
Maybe we should go talk to the speaker.
Yes, my dear Avarice, though I value our relationship greatly, and I appreciate everything you have done for me to alleviate the burden, the debt I owe you. Perhaps some third-party verification on our part. Perhaps some third-party verification on our part is called for.
The speaker will confirm everything I said, if you can make it in there. Now, I would prefer not to turn this keep into a giant bloodbath. There are those who are loyal to me, and not Kadroth. I don't want to destroy this place up in some civil war. It's going to tear everyone apart.
We can come to an arrangement, I suppose.
Arrangement as I need you to be smart about everything you do here. And not, and she points to Edmund, flash your Chardalyn around. Or admit your ties to me. Thankfully, Kadroth isn't as paranoid and clever as I am, or he'd be spying on this conversation right now.
Yes.
And he fears me, as he should.
I suppose that brings up a good question in terms of what you are doing here. You sent me up here to be your eyes and ears in this cold, desolate place. And yet I find you having taken residence in one of its primary domiciles.
She begins walking around the room methodically, kind of tapping her staff as she walks, the raven just sitting on her, I guess on her horn.
You have to keep tapping that. It's very annoying.
Says, I've been here for a few weeks now, studying the Chardalyn these folks possess. It's ancient stuff, centuries old, maybe older, and it has great power, but it also feels incomplete, like it's missing something, or perhaps, she kind of stops, perhaps broken off of something larger. It can't be a coincidence that it's being discovered more and more often in recent weeks with this night that has befallen this area. There's a source out there in Icewind Dale, and she kind of catches herself for a moment, and we need to find it before someone else does. She kind of turns to you. Now tell me, Have you seen or heard about any other wizards here in Icewind Dale?
Valravn will turn to the party at this point and just sort of like give almost a little shrug. Like at this point, so we all came up here fairly antagonistically originally, but now I don't know what to do. She's sort of Valravn feels a little bit like I don't know, like he was plotting against Dad or Mom, and she just like slapped him. Like, what are you doing?
That is exactly the attitude you're getting.
So we don't have to fight every single guard. We just have to fight half the guards.
Or even waylay them for a time. Even we don't subdue them.
I'm not talking in character, but
Oh yes, okay, yeah. To at least,
Party
at least
sidebar.
yes, party sidebar. Yeah, to get to the speaker, it sounds like we have to do like 3. There's just 3 guards between us and him, and then we can at that point, if we get by ourselves, we can get to this northeast tower to figure out what's actually going on here.
yeah, I mean, we can just, I guess, explore a little bit more to see, I guess, whose side we're on.
Tell
Yeah.
me, Avarice, you still haven't fully admitted why you're here, have you?
Are you asking why she's in this castle or why she's in Icewind Dale?
Both.
I'm here. I'm here because of Shadowlin.
Oh, is that so? You obviously know who I am, just as well as I know who you are.
She squints at you. What do you know? What do you know?
What do you know?
It's a no.
How do I know
know
what you know is
know.
what I? How do I
What
know
I
what you
know.
know is what I know?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me
What I
why
know.
you're here, Mr. Ulrich?
I have my reasons, but I know you're looking for someone.
So we're both here for Shadowlin, then.
Perhaps, but for different purposes. Different uses.
Oh, tell
Tell
me,
me.
have you seen any other wizards here? Or heard of any?
Can they make animal stock?
He turns to you and says, talking animals?
Did I stutter?
That sounds like druid to me, not wizard.
Ah, okay then.
Perhaps talking animals searching for wizards.
What about the guy making mushroom stuff?
Well, there was also him. There was the Dwergo who was making mushrooms.
We may have seen
Actually,
some
now that I think about it, we've come across quite a few wizards.
You have to be more specific.
Yeah.
Isn't there one at the top of the mountain too?
Yeah. So yeah, it's been 3 or 4. You have to just narrow
They're
it down.
literally swimming in wizards.
Do you say
Literally.
that? Do you say that, Frey?
Yeah.
She locks eyes with you and says, Who? Who was at the mountain?
Some dude. Some wizard.
What was his name?
At the mountain.
Mountain
Man.
wizard.
Mountain wizard.
What's it to you?
It's important.
Is it just as important as the thing they stole from you?
She glares at you. Says, you be careful, Mr. Ulrich. Brotherhood is very powerful. I do not control them, I am merely a member. If you find yourself on the wrong side, I'm not sure I can protect you. But you help me,
Yes.
and perhaps I can absolve any past crimes.
I don't trust anything you say.
If you help me find the source, we could supplant the Brotherhood.
Tell me.
Join me and we'll rule the galaxy as father
We
and
just-
son.
We just watched that today,
Nice.
and during that whole reveal, Owen was like, "Why is Darth Vader on the dark side?" It's like, no, you're missing it. You're missing it.
This is the most important part of your childhood. Pay attention.
Go to your room.
You're not experiencing this properly.
It's only a specific reaction I will accept from your child.
You're going to be teary-eyed and wide-eyed and think about this for the rest of your life.
No.
Tell us what they stole from you, and it might make wizard searching a little bit easier.
She breathes in and says, I will, if you help me deal with Kadroth.
Oh, do you want us to kill him?
Well, I'm sure he told you the same thing about eliminating me. And yes...
Technically, that was our idea.
Damn you, Fall Robin! Things would be much easier if he were eliminated. As I said, I've been swaying more to my side.
Deal.
Well, that was easy.
Clearly,
I bet on the wrong horse. I have no interest in playing politics. I have no interest in keeping the speaker holed up in this castle and pissing off this entire town. That is not my game. I will take...
What if once we... Sorry, go ahead.
So if you take Kadroth out and maybe a few of his loyalists, then I can convince the rest of them to leave this place behind and go with me, and we will work on finding this source. We're not going to take over this town's castle and put a giant target on our backs for people like you, no offense, to show up and swing your swords around.
I guess it doesn't answer my question. I was going to ask you, what if the speaker wants you to leave after you come back in power? But I guess, okay.
Yeah, I expect that to be the case.
Yes.
And he's going to give me amnesty because he doesn't want to piss off the Arcane Brotherhood.
I like her.
I'll be honest with you. All of this is sounding completely reasonable, my dear Avarice.
Do not call me dear.
How?
That's what
Mr.
I told him.
How old are you, dear? When you
How
approach
dare you?
582, you can tell me what I may or may not call children.
Yes, and you have made it so far in your years. What are you, level 2, level 3?
I spent 400 of those years drinking, so I cannot be judged from my current level.
I believe her actual title should be Old Wizened One.
Edmund, you seem like you're fully engaged in this conversation now, but at some point, if you wanted to try to break into the speaker's office, you could attempt that again.
Also, this all sounds fairly reasonable to me. My only issue is that, I'm just mad that my insights checks apparently lied to me, or maybe I don't know. Maybe there was some magic involved or something.
If you want to go back and read, if you want to go back and watch the tape, you were rolling insight to see if he cared about his people, if he believed in what he was saying, and then the one insight was when you asked about the speaker, and then I mentioned that he was holding something back, and it seemed like he was saying the whole truth.
Yeah.
So, and it's up to you to determine.
I think I was looking for more hard bad guy, good guy lines.
No, sir, this is all shades of gray. That's not what you're getting here.
I was looking for a deceiver.
Look beneath this keep in the cistern. You will find your answers there. Or talk to the speaker. But you open up an entire different can of worms, breaking your way in there, trying to keep the speaker quiet. Kadroth marches him out once in a while to sign important documents, and he's fit to be tied. Doesn't seem like the kind that's going to be the happy to be rescued kind of person.
Perhaps. But we are marshals.
You are indeed. He will expect you to probably kill everyone here as a result.
Excellent.
All right,
Trapdoor,
well,
northwest tower. However you get in there is up
Northwest
to
tower.
you. I assume you're resourceful enough to figure that out.
all right. We will.
Be smart. More foolishness. I saw greatness in you, Mr. Lonrier.
Yes, Mom.
She's not mad. She's just disappointed.
That's right. Someone in chat said that earlier. Yeah, random Equinox. That's funny.
Oh, well,
All right.
put me in your crib sleeping.
Then let's see what else wants to talk to you about anything else. I guess we just go exploring and see what we can figure out ourselves.
Do you have a pamphlet on this arcane brotherhood? Can I take something to read?
I'm afraid I don't, but it is exclusive to wizards. But if you are a fan, we could always use powerful allies.
It's my card.
Is it just your name written in blood? What is the card exactly?
It's just a little piece of her personal beef jerky.
Oh, great. This is gruesome.
As we file out, I'm going to try to break into Kadroth's office again.
Sure. Do you want to use sleight of hand, or do you want the others to try and, I don't know, distract the guard or something? I'll let you guys figure it out, but...
Is the guard blocking the doorway down there?
Yeah, there's a guard who's kind of been watching you guys, led you up here to Avarice's chambers, and is kind of just nonchalantly, watching over you all, but not, like, necessarily watching like a hawk.
See me if I'm the last, like, will Varov cover me up or anything?
I mean,
Perhaps
just
I
like
can-
physically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like we're just in the hallway in front of him.
Sure. I mean, it
I
wouldn't
would
be...
like to-
Go ahead.
I'd like to try to intimidate the guard to make him get out of the way. Turn his back.
Sure, go ahead. Give me an intimidation.
I'll try it with
And that's
Baby
when
aggro
I'm
going
trying
on.
to pick the lock.
Yep. Yeah, and then you don't have to be stealthy about it.
very intimidating. Very
Mhm.
intimidating.
Ooh. Yeah, he's not gonna try. Yeah, he kind of grunts and says, fine, jeez. Kind of scoots out of the way. Edmund, give me okay. With that check, you feel a very satisfying clicking sound as you manage to break open the lock here.
Time to do a little investigating, he says out loud. I'm okay with letting people know.
Yeah. Edmund, as you walk in, you see a glyph right inside this bedchamber begin to glow red. I need to get a wisdom save from you, please.
Wisdom save. Do I have advantage on that? I don't think I do. Ooh.
12 is actually good enough. You feel like that might have actually knocked you unconscious to the floor. You feel like an overpowering urge suddenly like bust out laughing very loudly, but then you stifle it and the glyph powers down. And you feel like that would have alerted your presence also. Inside this chamber, a large gilded mirror covers most of the east wall with this ornately furnished room, which includes a carved wooden table and chair and a lush bed where a sleepy cat looks up at you. And you see a desk covered in what look like arcane equipment and like alchemical supplies and various tools, as well as several pieces of raw chatelaine. The desk is just covered in like knickknacks and trinkets and stuff.
Anything interesting as I peruse them?
Yes. I assume you're trying to go as fast as possible because the others just kind of... Are you just all filing out the hallway now at this point?
Perhaps, yeah. Just trying to cover for him.
Yeah, because the guard would
Keeping the
expect like all
guards-
4 of you to like shuffle
Yeah.
out together.
I'm keeping the guards kind of in front of me and pushing them along,
Okay.
so
Says,
they
"Hey,
don't
hey."
really get. Keep going.
Maybe as we file out, I'll actually say to the guard, our dear Avarice wished to keep our friend Edmund for some private conversation, something wizardy.
Give me a deception check. Hmm.
14, not hot.
Hmm.
I do have inspiration though. If I need to use that.
Ooh, yeah, you're gonna need some inspiration for that one.
Oh, great! That sounded like I'm gonna need more than just.
That's
Oh man!
14 again.
Another 14.
Well, he looks worried at the prospect of Avarice being in there. He's like, I gotta have all 4 of you out here. So very quickly, Edmund, you find, as you kind of shuffle through, it's that classic like heist movie scene where you're like in there and there's like all these things to do and the clock's fucking ticking and you can hear the guard getting, antsy outside. But throughout this area, you find 6 obsidian gems, each worth 10 gold, 4 pieces of raw chardolin, and yes, they look similar to each other, and you can tell that was probably why they're all shoved here together, is maybe some of them actually had obsidian instead of chardolin or some situation like that. You find several potions. Find a potion of necrotic resistance. Potion of greater healing. You find a bag of dust, which is... I can't type. Dust of sneezing and choking, which I think I do have a thing for that.
Oh, I was expecting papers.
Yes, I'm getting to that. There's a lot of shit in here.
Just grabbing stuff.
Yeah, and this is all like the obvious things you can find and grab. You also find several what look like arrows with chardolin arrowheads. And I need you to give me a 1d4 plus 1 to show how many of those you find. You find 4 chardolin arrows. Creature hit by this arrow takes an extra 2d6 psychic damage and must succeed on a wisdom saving throw using your spell save DC or 8 plus your proficiency plus intelligence, whichever is higher, or they become blinded until the start of your next turn. However, on a miss, you must succeed on a DC 10 charisma saving throw or suffer a form of short-term madness until the end of your next turn. And Edmund, you also find very quickly, in fact, you probably just grab all these notes and like shove them in your bag, basically. Well, assuming you want to do that, but they look like they are notes on how to craft magical items out of chardolin.
Is this a stone castle?
Is it built from stone? Yes. It's not made from candy.
Alright, I grab the papers. I grab the raw chardolin and the dust of sneezing and choking and the arrows. And then this is gonna be really gross. I'm going
Go on.
Okay, I'm panicking because I'm like, all right, well, he noticed these things are missing.
Mm.
And sorry, is there a fireplace in here or not fireplace?
Yes, most of these rooms have some kind of fire kiln or something to warm it up because it's fucking cold up here.
Where's the fire kiln in relation to the desk?
Close by.
I'm gonna take the cat. I don't know how much time I have to do all of this, but
We can sort of even
We can have it be
keep covering for
cinematic
you.
where the guard is coming down the hallway as you're trying to get this done.
And at the same time, like Lavarv is trying to push past you, like, oh, of course, I will get him, my good man. I'll bring him
Yeah.
out. Edmund, the god is requesting our presence.
I'm gonna take my alchemy jug. I'm gonna hopefully this will work. I'm gonna make it basic poison. I'm gonna feed it to the cat, and then
Good lord, what is happening? Let's put a
hoping-
disclaimer on this episode.
I'm hoping I can
Content
induce
warning.
vomiting on the cat. Can I make the cat vomit?
You're gonna... For what purpose? Where is this going?
And I'm gonna make it vomit all over the papers, and like dishevel everything so that it looks like the cat made the mess in case he comes back
Okay.
to look for the papers.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna run out with the things I told
Do
you.
you have to poison the cat first to induce vomiting, though?
Well,
I guess
wanted
to make it
give
like it
some
was
sort of-
sick.
Yeah, make it sick. Yeah.
Give me an animal handling check to even handle this fucking cat.
Oh.
All right, just even getting near this cat is gonna get you scratched all to hell.
It's okay. I use my robotic arm.
Are you like the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, remember one of my arms, one of my legs is metal robotic.
I do remember that. You are going to take 2 slashing damage as this cat is violent with you. And then we'll just say you cause a scene that involves the cat and the papers in this room to cover your tracks.
I leave and I slam the door closed.
Okay. Right when the guard comes down the hallway and kind of looks startled and says, "Anybody hear a cat scream just now?"
I don't know. I didn't go into the room down south. Is there a cat in there?
I was really hoping one of you would make a cat screaming sound, but that's what I was setting it up for. You dropped the ball on me.
I hand Thimbleweed the 4 arrows, but I don't tell him what it is. There you
Okay.
go.
Thank you, my friend. I will use these as soon as I can.
Perfect.
Nice. So yeah, Reese, I added that to your magic items journal. You want to copy that information? Charlatan arrows. And Edmund, although you probably don't get a chance to read them just yet, but I will share with you because I created this entire crafting system for you.
Oh, nice. Whoa.
Crafting Charlatan.
Oh,
It involves successful skill checks over the course of time, as well as some materials, and you can make some magic weapons. And you would presume that they would all have that, they would have a similar drawback effect that seems to be a chance to suffer short-term madness at the cost of being able to craft these items out of this material. And this is the kind of game where I will show you the actual items that you can craft, but we can we do that in Frostlight chat maybe. Oh yeah, all right. So the guard is just impatiently, very cinematic timing, is like, all right, fine. Where are you? I guess I gotta go talk to Kadra, see if you guys are gonna be staying here or leaving. He kind of starts walking back down the hallway. What do you all want to do? You've been given some all kinds of information and things.
If we're planning on like ditching this guard and going off and exploring on our own, I think we got no better opportunity than right now to subdue him or do something. Because otherwise we're gonna have a guard with us this entire time.
Yep, now's the time. Yep.
Well, you do know there are 2 other guards across this.
Can they see us right now?
Oh yeah, you're
Like
you're Yeah, you guys are just you're on like literally it's like a wraparound balcony, and they're just kind of over this. You know, this is all the first floor right here.
I thought maybe being down the hallway, they wouldn't be able to see down the hallway, but they can see where we're at.
Yeah, they can generally.
Okay.
I mean, if you lured him down at the very edge of the hallway and maybe got into a fight there, then but they could probably put two and two together. He went down the hallway, didn't come out, like that kind of thing. So
Right.
you guys are pretty visible from that side. But otherwise, there are other rooms, and Kadroth even mentioned there was like a servant's room that he said was empty, and you guys could even use to, like, you know, if you needed to rest or recuperate or anything, or have a sidebar. He was begging you all to leave his office at one point to go to to go have whatever your conversations were there.
My hands together, and is this balcony made of metal or wood or what?
The structures are generally made of stone, and there are probably some metal railings.
I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off. Basically, I'm using Mage Hand, but I'm going to essentially transform the metal so that it extends to the other side where the guards are, and attached to the end is that dust, the sneezing and choking I just got, and I'm going to make it burst at the door where those guards are standing.
Okay, so you want to use Mage Hand to carry an item over there?
Essentially, it's Mage Hand.
It is Mage Hand. Now, it's not invisible like the Arcane Trickster Mage Hand.
That's okay.
You're gonna. All right. What are the rest of you gonna do? Actually, what does this stuff even do? I need to read about this.
I don't know.
Let's see. You can use an action to throw a handful of dust into the air. And you and each creature that needs to breathe within 30 feet of you must succeed on DC 15 con saving throw, or become unable to breathe while sneezing uncontrollably. A creature affected in this way is incapacitated and suffocating. As long as it is conscious, a creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect. Okay, so basically incapacitate somebody if they fail a con saving throw.
I do it at the door, so I'm just past the 30 feet mark. So
Gotcha. All right. Well, I don't think Edmund told anybody about this plan. So I will let you get that off as a surprise round because that seems pretty surprising, but that's probably going to be the only surprise thing you guys get. But Edmund, I will give you a point of inspiration for breaking into the office and doing something with the cat, and then doing this. It's all under the inspiration flag. So we need the guards. Let's see, it's a DC 15 con saving throw for these two guards.
hopefully they don't make it.
Well, even if they, I mean, there's nothing to say that we're responsible for all this. I
made the
It's
metal
weird.
rail bend right towards them.
It still looks pretty sus. It would take some explaining to do. Any damage. That work.
We see these?
Fence.
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything either. I don't think that worked. Damn it. All right. Well, let me just do it this way. I have to restart the APIs.
Seems like a common thing you have to do.
I know. It's very annoying. All right. Let's just do con save number 1 and con save number 2. They both fail. So,
Yes, uncontrollably.
yep. What you see is they just these two. You see something odd happen to the metal railings around the area, and it definitely looks like something magical appeared to happen. And then all of a sudden, this dust bag explodes around these two guards across the hallway, and they immediately begin just choking. And I'm gonna go ahead and I think we need to start initiative.
All right. But I've been just staring at my spells this whole time, going like, "What can I do here?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's pretty high initiative.
It is a high initiative. I should have labeled these dudes. Gonna take a most of their Yep.
Oh, they all get their own.
Yeah,
Right.
we're still doing that mode unless you guys want to do it differently, but it's able to track everything.
I like this.
Yeah. Breaks it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it eliminates the shitty situations
They
you get in
all
where
go-
the
yeah.
bad guys go all together.
Right, so
and
like
then
all three
everyone
don't
else-
go at an 18. Yeah, so it kind of
Yeah.
breaks it up a little bit. I think I need to roll for Frey. You're having severe baby aggro, that's why. Step out and I turn off the baby monitor because that baby was just screaming. Just screaming. All right, well, interestingly enough, Frey actually wins the initiative.
It's good.
How do you guys want to play this?
I mean, we need him to be quiet. We need him not to alert anyone else.
Yeah.
Could she push guard number 1 down the stairs?
That would make more noise, wouldn't it? We're trying to not alert everybody.
WWFD. What would Frey do?
Should probably just try to chop his head off, but we're trying. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of the weird way you render people unconscious, I think, in D&D, is you just take down their hit points and then just say that, well, instead of killing them, I put them into unconscious mode.
Right.
I thought you were gonna say chop off their head was the way to do it.
That's the way you do it in D&D. You gotta chop their head off, you see.
He must be unconscious. His head's over there.
He's
His
gotta be
body's over here.
unconscious. Yeah, unfortunately for you guys, this guy goes right after her. So this is...
Yeah, so maybe instead of her attacking, maybe she could try to like grapple him and cover his mouth and like try to hold him in place.
I was gonna suggest that also.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, let's try to get her to like incapacitate this guy so he can't call the rest of this place down on
Sure,
us.
I like that. That would be a...
Rip off the fingers? Yeah, probably, but that's later.
Chop off the fingers. Yeah, we'll be taking those. All right, I think that's grapple. Sorry, I'm trying to re-look up the grapple rules, so I'm... Grapple. Use the attack action to make a special melee attack. A athletics check contested by their athletics or acrobatics check. Okay, so she would roll her athletics. Roll 20 is severely lagging. I think it's this map size doesn't help either.
Oh yeah.
Some of these. All right, her athletics is a +6. Rolls a 17. Tested by just be his base strength, which would be a 17. Which that
The attacker wins. Right?
That's true. Yes, that's true. It'd be like attacking his armor class.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, I guess if they tie, then I'll give it on the tie. I think I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how often this has come up, but I think since it's like attack rolls, but you're using
Yeah.
abilities.
Chat might adjudicate something, but
Yeah.
I this had to have come up before, but either that or you're at a stalemate. But that's the same thing as failing, so I'm not sure I like that either. But just in case she does have inspiration. But so let's say she grapples, and you can still use your movement to then move that person. So maybe she would literally do the stealth thing and like grab him, you climb up to like his back, grab him, muffle him, and then do the assassin thing of dragging him back into the hallway.
Yeah.
She can only use half her movement, but that's enough to get him into the hallway, I think.
Don't mind the puking cat in there.
Well, I don't think she can make it into the room. 5, 10. Robin's kind of in the way. 5, 10.
He's skinny. He can press up against the wall.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm just, for the sake of argument, we're just going to shove you aside. Drop the guard there. And then we're going to have her go right there. And that is her turn because it takes her attack to do the grapple. Unless we think she would rage, but I think somebody who's raging probably wouldn't be smart enough to.
She can't. That's not an attack roll, so I don't think she could rage and still keep it. Right?
That's a good point. You're right. Forget about the rage rules. So then it's his turn. He is currently grappled. I believe he could try to escape it, or grappling doesn't really do anything. It just means you. I think your speed is 0.
Pretty 0. But we were very clear though. She was trying to like silence him at the same time.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
no. I'll allow
hand
it.
over mouth.
Yeah. I'll allow. I'm just trying to figure out what he wants to do on his turn.
Okay.
I mean, he's obviously surprised by this attack.
Battle music on.
Oh yeah, I could have battle music.
Yeah.
You get your blood
Gets the
pumping.
mood. Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's almost at 0. I'm about to die.
One needs to pump.
This is the
Pump
only
that
way I
blood.
live for another hour.
All right, so if he wants to escape the grapple, use its action to escape. To do so, it must succeed on a strength or acrobatics check. Contested. All right, so it's kind of the same thing in reverse. Or he could just swing out with his weapon angrily while he's being muffled, which he doesn't have disadvantage, just grapple. So he will do that at first. He will just like, and because she literally just did that to drag. He's still armed. So he's got a mace, and those of you that are close by, which is most of you, realize that his mace is made out of Chardolin.
Oh, great.
And he swings that mace. He does 1 attack at Frey. And I believe a 19 hits. For really shit damage.
Mm.
1. However, man, I wish Heather was here. So that does 4 damage. She's gonna make a con save, which she's pretty good at con.
Mm-hmm. I would hope so.
Yeah. Or be poisoned. Or have the poison condition. Loading character sheets. Alright, con saves, +5. She makes a con save. And then we do 1 attack on Valravn, because you're right there also. He's just kind of swinging wildly at all of you, just doing the panicked, like,
Yeah, I didn't realize he was so close.
Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Okay, so he has to make a charisma saving throw. Which he does make. Alright. We've got another one which could recover from the effects of the dust. Somebody tell me what the dust is again. DC 15.
DC 15 con savings.
Okay, and it just says he gets to redo that.
Mm-hmm. At the end of each of its turns.
At the end. Okay, so he's still incapacitated for this turn, and now we see if he recovers at the end of the turn. Which he does not. Still sneezing and choking. That's obviously an awesome good use of that item. It's pretty much the best thing, is just to take people out
Immediate?
stealthily.
Yeah.
Mr. Thimbleweed.
Right. I will shoot number 1.
With a regular arrow or a Chardolin arrow?
Well, probably with a Chardolin arrow.
Nice.
So
21 will hit. These guys have armor, but
not Not above 20, huh?
Not above a 20. In fact, it's leather armor. It's
All right. Let's try this out.
This poor guy.
All right. So
Held by the barbarian, and then
Yep.
point blank range, the bullet
just shunk. Yeah.
I'm going to use. I'm going to make sure that piercing still works on this.
I know to wait until you calculate all of your things before I
That's
start
right.
doing damage.
All right. Yes, I can reroll that one.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Wow.
So that plus my gathered swarm, I will.
Oh, Frey's not gonna like that. She's holding on to him.
She'll have to suffer the crawling insects
Mm-hmm.
upon her. That does 13 damage. And he's blinded if he doesn't survive a.
Well, it says an extra 2d6. Did you already do that one?
Well, so the Charlotte arrow
Show your work.
is 2d6.
I don't think you rolled your
Oh, that's
regular
it.
damage.
I didn't. Yeah, it takes
Yeah,
some extra.
so it's actually in addition to your normal damage.
Ah! There's your normal damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you got your
Normal
sword plugged
damage.
in there. Nice.
Yeah, it's about time.
Makes sense. He's figured out how to fight with him now. It's taken a while.
Yeah. The Charlotte arrow does 11 damage, plus 10 damage for 21, plus 2 damage, so 23 damage.
Wow.
And he's blinded.
If he fails, but yeah, that's
If you fail.
He fails.
23 damage. All right.
Spell save 12.
He is able to take that damage, but he's not gonna whistle no more.
He ain't whistling no more.
Whistling no more. All right, con save, or no, sorry, whiz save. Sorry, I need to redo this.
Oh no.
Is yeah, ironically, his whiz save's worse, but we'll see. Yeah. All right, so he is now blinded. God, this poor guy. Just the fucking worst sequence of events has just happened to him. Frey just grabbed him and dragged him to the hallway. He swung wildly, and then Thimbleweed shot him with a psychic damaging arrow as bugs swarm over him, and he goes blind. To paint the
That'll
full
show
picture.
you to do your job and not let me sleep in his bed. You get what you deserve.
Just the fucking worst. You guys are truly the heroes.
Yeah.
He is very heavily wounded and blinded and still grappled by Frey. It is now Edmund's turn.
Why is my vision so tunnel? I can only see number 2. Is it dark in here or
Why
something?
is your vision so tiny? Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't add light in here. My bad. Sorry, I've had to, because it was like an outdoor courtyard scene, I've had to, I turned off the global lighting and I've added all the manual light. But yeah, there should definitely be some light in here. There we go. There's torches everywhere. All right, that help?
Thank you.
That is, yeah, that's my bad.
Can you tell me if a guy were to fall down one level, would that make a sound?
if a guard falls off a balcony, does anybody hear it? Being a man of science, you probably presume that would probably make a sound. Yeah, and anybody that was downstairs may hear that.
It would also, based on fall rules, I think it would do max 2d6 damage. It would
It's
a marginal
1d6
amount.
for every 10 feet. So yeah, it's only 1d6
Okay.
damage.
From my view, I mean, is there anybody downstairs? Like, what do I see down there?
As you recall, there were 2 guards that let you in that stood outside of Kadroth's door, and one of those guards came.
It's the courtyard.
And yeah, that's where Kadroth's the chamber was that go in the other. So there's one guard down there. So he is at this point not aware of these things that have happened, but you guys got to be very careful about alerting him.
Well, I wasn't sure what our goal was, if it was try to just get into the room. But 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's the long-term goal, I
30.
think.
No. And I have to. Alright, so I don't want to alert more people. And can I assume that the dust is settled, right?
Right, yeah, it's still affecting them, but it's not like an ongoing effect in terms of the area.
What can I do, guys?
You're the one that started this!
I mean, we got to render all three of them unconscious, I think.
So it's my action. Alright, well. Seems kind of rough, but I'm just gonna stone them, I guess.
Just throw stones at them.
Man, we didn't plan this very well.
I think your plan is fine.
Says the
It's
one
just
who started all this. I have the regrets.
Because I can't even get close enough.
we've incapacitated all three. It's just a matter of doing enough damage to render them unconscious.
Yeah.
We gotta get to the speaker. I'm afraid that he'll wake up from the coffee.
Yeah, those guys do get to make that save at the end of each turn. Yeah.
I've got an I probably won't use my whole turn just because they do have to do it at the end. But I've got a sleep spell waiting in case they do come out of it.
Sure. Let me just stone number 3.
Now, if they're incapacitated, surely that does something, right? Incapacitated, just means you can't take actions or reactions. Huh. You could have advantage.
They're not even technically on the ground or anything. They're just.
I guess so. Well, does the dust say anything else about that or no?
It says they're incapacitated and suffocating.
Is suffocating a condition?
A condition. I don't think it technically is.
No.
Well, 17 hits anyway.
Or, damn it.
For 2 bludgeoning damage.
I'm not a good attacker.
You were the disabler. The crowd control.
That's right.
You and Valravn. Speaking of Valravn.
Alright. Valravn just join in with his buddies who are just beating up on this number 1 guy over here. And he will punch him with an Ulu knife.
Blinded.
What?
Yeah.
You're gonna melee attack?
This is what we're doing. We're doing like pull him in, all of us beat up on him move.
But does Valravn actually use melee attack?
Not normally, but he doesn't have anything else to do at the moment. The other two are still incapacitated. If he's being held and he's blinded, do I have advantage on this attack? I think blinded might give me advantage.
Yeah, you guys are giving me a workout on the conditions.
Yeah.
But yes, blinded is attack rolls against you have advantage, and he will have disadvantage on his attack rolls.
Ah! Oh, a 12 hit?
A 12 does hit, actually.
Oh, wow. All right.
I might have overplayed how much armor they're wearing now that I look at their stat block. It's only leather armor.
For 3 piercing.
Boy, Thimbleweeds is looking just better and better with this outpouring of damage. It's been... you guys have a clear delineation of duties in your team, I think.
Yeah. Can I push past Frey holding this guard and get out of this hallway?
You did say you're thin.
I am thin. I could just...
Technically, he could still get attack of opportunity, but he is blinded, so it'd be a disadvantage if he did that, which you could see he probably would do that, because he's very upset about his situation.
Oh, no. I don't know if you consider him incapacitated. You said they can't take reactions. They're incapacitated.
Well, he's blinded. He's not. This guy's not incapacitated. He's trying to get past the other guy.
Yeah, all right.
In the hallway.
That's
fine. He rolls a 10.
10 does not hit. He'll come out here. Before he leaves, actually, he will actually, before he actually runs out of the hallway, he'll turn to Thimbleweed and he'll say, "You're doing great work, my boy. Your exploits will be known the world over, shooting a man dead in a hallway."
I know.
That was supposed to be more courageous sounding than that, but still.
What's your point?
My point is inspiration. I will give Thimbleweed a bardic inspiration.
All right.
Yep.
And then he will leave the hallway.
Good news is bardic inspiration. The bad news is he has to talk about giving you the bardic inspiration.
That's right. He has to speak to you first.
To speak to you first. All right. I'm just gonna pop these. That'll be easier. All right. This thug is choking on the dust. Can he get out of it? Enough. Roll 20. Finish. There we go. On save. It's DC 15. No, my goodness. Still choking. All right, well, that was quite the move because those two are still absolutely out of the fight. Frey is still grappling him, I guess. So I would allow that she could either let go and attack two-handed or remain grappled and attack one-handed. It does not give her any kind of advantage or anything, as far as I'm aware. So
Not to the attack, no.
Yeah,
The blighted condition would still give her advantage, but
that's true. The blighted condition will give her advantage. But I will
she'll
allow.
probably still hang on to him.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I'm kind of just adjudicating the rules at this point, but I very much she has to at least do it one-handed. So
I think she would let go and attack him.
Yeah?
I mean, he's blind now.
I guess that's true. He is kind of blinded.
The bad thing is he gets to go next. So if he was technically, I mean, he is blinded, but you're not sure if he would try to like shove past, stumble forth, and scream or shout or whatever he would do. So.
Oh, I think she would try to take him down. It seems like the Frey thing to do. I'll let y'all vote.
Like take him down to the ground or just attack him? Like I don't know.
There's what Frey might want to do, and there's what I would want her to do.
Yeah, if she's not here, you have to adjudicate that. So.
Yeah. At first, she kept him quiet.
Yeah. He does look very weakened. We'll say that.
Then sure, she can continue to grapple him and keep him quiet.
All right. Well, I'll still let her attack.
Yeah,
she still gets an action.
Still just a one-hand attack, right?
Yeah, she gets an advantage on the one-hand attack. Yep. All right. Advantage.
Yeah. Well, we all know 12 hits.
12 would have hit, but 25 certainly hits. She is not raging. Oh, I guess I had that checked.
All right. But 14 is pretty good.
14 is very good. In fact, Frey keeps his mouth shut and just clocks him on the side of the head, and his ass finally just slumps. Or I guess you could kill him. I don't want to presume that, but
once again, we're faced with what would Frey do versus what do we want her to do.
that is true. That is
Ostensibly,
true.
we're just putting these guards out of duty, but it is Frey.
Yeah, I don't want to presume, so for now, I will adjudicate that you're knocking the guards unconscious, but if you want to kill that, you do you. God, I hate these tiny tokens and giant maps. I should have redone this one. Alright, well that is... I guess she could move. Maybe she could drag the body. This guy is done.
Yeah.
This guy gets to make another con save. The end of his turn. Wow, still failing these fucking cons. And you can see they have a +2. Like, I'm just rolling really bad.
+2, you still gotta roll a 13, though.
That is
still,
true. Yeah, 15.
The odds are not...
Yeah, that's a good point. 15 is pretty solid. Alright, Mr. Thimbleweed. Token.
Alright, I'll attack, I guess, number 1.
Sorry, number 1 is out. There we go. Finally got the X on there.
It's out. Oh, is it X?
Yep, I was trying to do that this whole time. Frey was able to knock him out, or kill him, whatever we decide.
Whatever Frey wants to do.
Whatever Frey wants to do. You guys technically didn't talk about this beforehand, so.
I will shoot number 2.
You have advantage, right? Incapacitated?
We determined that you
we
actually don't,
Yeah,
weirdly
yeah.
enough. It
Okay.
doesn't say incapacitated, you have advantage.
Like if they're on the ground, it counts as like a smaller hitbox or something.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's it.
A miss! Go sailing off. Definite feast or famine compared to the damage you did last turn. Edmund.
So the rule says that they can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just stop combat? They're suffocating. We don't end turns, so they just died because they're suffocating.
Return is 6
Well,
seconds.
yeah.
Outside of combat, a turn is 6 seconds. So it would be a
I think we determined like maybe a round is like a minute, so technically it'd be like
Yeah.
if you guys wanted to try and be like
right.
really quick, I would adjudicate like, well, every minute they're gonna try to recover from this.
It says a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its con modifier.
And we haven't even gone a full minute yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know the con modifier is at 2.
That's true. So they can
That's true.
3 minutes. We can keep them down for 3 minutes.
Yep. Action here for 3 minutes.
Well, let me get closer, I guess. I'm going to regret this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, you know what? Let's try this. As a bonus action, I'm going to make the ground just kind of like push them 5 feet closer towards me. Possibly.
Okay. Let's see. Strength. They get a strength save or be moved 5 feet towards you.
It's a 13.
Okay.
Of incapacitated does anything like disadvantage.
It weirdly does not. From what I'm reading, all it does is say you can't take actions or reactions. They could even still move. I haven't been moving them, but it literally just says they can't take actions or reactions. Just like they're just like that. But yeah, you'd think you have advantage, but apparently not. They terribly... God, I'm rolling so bad on these saves, though. So yeah, they definitely get shoved over.
You said I don't have advantage?
Apparently not.
Actually, huh.
Yep. It's very strange.
Alright. Well, I'm just gonna stab him.
Stab
Oh,
him.
man.
Don't think a 10 would do it.
Mm-mm.
That it?
Oh, man. I'm not a fighter.
We're doing so well, too.
You're a wizardly type. You won't get any offensive power until like level 7 or something. Then it'll be like all of a sudden. Well, unfortunately, I'm in the same boat as Edmund. If there's nothing to like, if I don't need to subdue them, then all I got is my shitty attack.
My super shitty attack.
Why don't you mock them while they're coughing and choking?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will do just that.
I love this fresh air I'm breathing. Feels so wonderful.
I will do just that because I can do nothing else that will really do it.
Viciously mock their terrible condition.
That's right. As the gods breathed in the suffocating dust, they knew they would succumb to it this day. I might actually roll this spell. 1 psychic damage if he fails to save.
My goodness. And finally, he succeeds.
You know what? That's what he gets his success off on?
Yeah,
Fine.
exactly.
He was sneezing so much he couldn't hear you.
You could hear it. Yep.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright, that's it for me.
I get another chance. Ooh. Alright, the end of that, of number, is that 3? Yeah, so at the end of his turn, he finally shakes off the effects. And becomes decapacitated.
You mean decapitated?
Wish. I'll put a symbol on the other one to show that he's still coughing. So basically, when he starts his turn, he will be completely ready to go. What is Frey doing?
Running up and attacking as fast as she can.
Yeah. Don't think she can jump that because that's like a 30 feet. So I think you're just gonna have to.
What? Yeah, 25. Yep.
Fortunately, she's just gonna have to dash. Or she could get close and chuck a javelin. 30.
That works.
So you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's not close enough to throw a javelin at the guy that's awake, but you can throw a javelin at the other one. That's the best thing.
All right.
Not have advantage. Just chuck a javelin. Chuck the javelin. Where I click the button. Try it again. 17 will hit.
There you go.
Someday I'm going to turn off the rage for 7 damage, but not today. Into the choking man, a javelin embeds itself. And speaking of choking man, he gets to make a con save at the end of his turn. And fails miserably and continues choking. Oh my goodness. Alright, Thimbleweed. One of them is still choking, the other one is not.
Well, let's shoot the choking man.
Okay, man. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Right. I will use my that was with the Sherlin arrow. By the way,
Yeah.
I will again re-roll that 1.
Curses. You can roll out damage.
That's 10, 18, 19 damage.
19 damage?
Wow.
Goodness.
19 damage.
See, what you're learning, DM, is that give people magic items like 5 seconds before a combat breaks out. That's how you get them to use it.
Yeah. I'm pleased. That does a lot of damage to that. Still, you said you attacked the choking one?
Yep.
Alright. He is still alive, but obviously now has a javelin embedded, an arrow embedded, and still choking and appears to be in bad
And
shape.
he might be blind.
And he might be blind, you're right. Can he make that con save? Or, sorry, it's whiz save, isn't it?
The wisdom save, though. Yes.
Motherfucker, yeah.
Oof.
Does.
Very wise.
Does make the wisdom
Very
save,
wise.
oddly enough. Alright, Mr. Ulrich. The one in front of you now appears to be extremely wounded. Gravely, I may say.
Put you out of your misery. Damn it.
Oh!
Edmund, rolling a 4. What are you doing?
I don't know. I really want to push one of these guys off the balcony, but I can't.
The balcony's just taunting him.
You can't put guys on a balcony and not have somebody go over the balcony.
I know.
I mean, I'm not going to
They
stop
really
you.
I know. Would they really hear anything downstairs?
You can see there is a guard down there, and he looks like he is ready. He is about to be alerted by the other guy who is still conscious.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Yeah.
I already used my action to miss.
You did. You could use inspiration if you want to.
No, I wanted to change my mind and do something to him, but Robin, I hope you can silence him.
I'm gonna try to put him to sleep. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hmm.
We'll see if it works. Yeah. Is he going next? Where is he going? Yeah, he is going next.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
who's not choking is going next.
Shoot. Oh boy. All right, and I'm not gonna try to silence him because there's a fair chance that I'll fail at that. It's just a hit die roll. See if I can get to his hit dice. Instead,
You've probably seen how many hit points he's got, or you could do the math
I
in
have
your
a
head. They seem to be
vague
sticking around.
gauge, and I'm not. There's a fair chance that I won't meet it with with a sleep spell. It'll get close, maybe, but nope, I don't. Ignore that. I'm not actually doing that.
Ignore that.
What he is doing is writing in his book. That the guard coming out of his choking fit suddenly found his fear overcoming him, and the fear was the mind killer, as we were talking about doing earlier. Not Silver Tongue either. Hold on, I think I'm
He's just pulling things out of his pockets. Just.
This works. This works. Unsettling words. He's going to use a bardic inspiration to minus a bardic die from his next saving throw.
Okay.
And he is going to say, as the god recovered from his dusty fit, he found the fear overcoming him, and he could do nothing but quiet. And he is going to cast command.
So the one-word command is quiet?
Quiet. Yep. The verb quiet.
I think silence might have been more appropriate, but...
Quiet is a verb. I guess silence is a verb. I mean, silence works too. I mean the same
You're a
thing.
librarian. Quiet! Or no, you're Johnny Lawrence in Cobra Kai. Quiet! All right, so... I rolled a save first, and then you do the unsettling words thing?
That's right. If he fails it. Which I
Is
think
wisdom?
my bardic inspiration... wisdom save, yeah. Did my bardic inspiration go up to D8 yet? Oh, I didn't make it anyway, so...
You did not.
Actually, I wonder if I have to roll it immediately?
That's a good question. It's a bonus action.
The next saving throw. So it is, yeah, it was this roll. So I don't need to roll it, but it is used up.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, he fails, and he is silenced. That was a good move, actually. I've just protected your party briefly there.
That's right. It bought us another round, at least.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it for me.
All right, so on his turn, he goes to open his mouth and shout a word of warning and find he can't. This is... Oh, it's one round. Okay, it's not a concentration or anything. Okay, just one round. All right.
This is what he does during his turn.
Seeing as how he can't... Yeah, seeing as how we can't do that, he will run... he'll run up to Edmund and attack... And he'll do the thing, and I've allowed players to do this, so what's good for the players is good for the enemies. And he will do the switcheroo thing. He will grab somebody, pull them back, and take their place. Essentially, pull his buddy back to safety while he's choking, and then swing his Chardolin mace at Edmund. Let's go get my licks on Edmund. To be fair, you ran up and tried to attack. Edmund, there's going to be 6 bludgeoning damage. I need you to make a con saving throw as a Chardolin bites into you. All right. And once more. 14?
Miss.
14's a miss.
Miss.
Okay. That one goes wide.
Hold on. He missed.
Oh, he
Gotta
missed.
do
You're right. He
his
has to do his... You're correct. He has to make his charisma save. It's a DC 10, and he fails miserably with his mace. You see the mace vibrate angrily. I did make a short-term madness table for just this reason. I don't think... Made... Okay, I guess I have to roll it from here. Let's see, does this work? No, okay. Well, I'll count that, but I guess I rolled the wrong thing. So he becomes afflicted with short-term madness until the end of his next turn. So on his next turn, he must use his action each round to attack the nearest creature.
Ah.
So use that information as you will, but you see him momentarily, his eyes kind of glaze over as the mace glows angrily. And then it's Frey's turn, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I would think Frey would do the same thing. She would run up, shove Edmund behind her, and run up to this guy and start swinging. I don't know if she's raging or not, but...
Well, no. I don't know. I'll speak to her.
She's got 3 of them per long rest. Up to you guys.
That'd be a good idea at this point, just to finish this quickly.
All right. She will bonus action rage. I don't know what bestial things emerge. I think she's forgotten about that the last couple times, but something happens. And she attacks with her runic axe to hit. '21 will hit for 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is still up. All he took was a pebble to the head earlier. Alright, next is Choking Guy, who's got to make another con save. Can he ever free himself of the choking? No, he cannot. My goodness, this poor bastard. Also not looking very good. Mr. Thimbleweed. End up using all these Chardonnay arrows in this one fight.
Probably.
If only you could craft more of them.
If only. I'll shoot. So choking guy looks pretty bad.
Choking Guy looks pretty bad. Other guy is
shoot
now
Choking Guy.
wounded, but yeah, he looks almost dead. Which one are you attacking?
Choking guy.
Alright, yeah, 19 force hits.
I'll re-roll the.
You don't have to re-roll the damage. He absolutely gets demolished by that arrow, just pins him to the back of the wall, unless you want to incapacitate him, in which case he crumples to the ground. But it's kind of hard to do that with an arrow, isn't it?
But you could put like who? I'm sure Hawkeye has some kind of like really blunt
Right.
arrow.
Yeah,
Like,
just like a
Concussion.
rubber bullet arrow that just kind of like knocks. Yeah.
yeah.
Or you just do a lot of
Is it
damage and
really?
immediately like, stabilize
them
them
up.
basically. Yeah.
It totally works. Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah.
Fine.
yeah.
That poor bastard never did stop choking. Holy crap! He was down for like how many rounds?
Well, he's done choking now.
you're finally done. A smile on his face as he either dies or goes unconscious, whichever we decide. Edmund.
He's gonna is there any that guy has that madness, right? That's it? Do you have anything else on him?
Right. Yeah, it's just that it's a temporary madness that just affects you for that for his next turn.
I'm going to stone him.
Stone him. 15 does hit. Also, I've started the MVPC poll. Please vote in the poll. Just started that earlier 'cause it's almost friggin' midnight. 4 damage. That's twice the damage as last time.
I know, right?
Hopefully this will just end it. I'm going to.
I will put that on your
spot,
tombstone.
Hopefully this will just
Last
end it.
words. Hopefully this will end it.
He is going to point a spot 20 feet behind the existing guard. And he is going to cast Sleep. Ah, shit, see, that wasn't great. If he has 15 hit points or less, he falls asleep. This is the problem with sleep.
That
You
was
can always
not,
not roll great.
that was not a great roll either.
Yep.
Is there anything you can do to that?
Is there anything I can do to that? You let me take it back, I could cast it at a higher level and add an additional 2d8.
You should have done that. It's close, but it's no cigar. So it just subtracts. Yeah, it must be equal to or less than the remaining total for that creature effect. You're just so
Damn.
close.
What else do I got then?
Could you just like think harder and make it a second level?
Can I?
I don't think we can allow that.
Upcast. Action.
I don't think inspiration is let you re-roll that, right?
Yeah, I did already use my inspiration
Oh yeah,
earlier.
that's true.
But I don't think it would let me reroll, 5d8 or whatever it was, 5d6. All right. So instead, Valravn will take the tactic of talking to the guy, pleading with him. Say, sir, we have no intention of hurting you.
Did we canonically killed the one right behind him, right?
He did get perforated arrows.
Yeah, he's pinned
So,
against the wall.
let me
making
rephrase.
Sure. Just making sure that we got him on the situation.
You do not have to die, my good man. If you simply submit to us quietly now, we can tie you up, you can say you did your best, and nothing else will come of it. But if you attempt to do anything heroic now, alert guards, run past us, attack, be assured that you will be dead before any of your compatriots arrive. I say that with no malice in my heart.
I don't
It's
want to
simply
roll.
fact.
Are you rolling intimidation or rolling persuasion?
It is by no means is that a threat. It is simply a statement of fact, my good man.
All right.
If you show hostility to us, we will have no choice. But if you show peace towards us, we will end this peacefully. Are we agreed? He will hold out his hand and like a handshake.
From 20 feet away.
Well, he'll start walking towards it.
Okay.
I don't think he can hear you. He seems to be in a state of short-term madness.
Oh, I guess that is true. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a weird point. Can he even alert anyone on his next turn? He has to spend his turn attacking somebody near him.
What does it say?
You
must-
must use your action.
You must use his action each round to attack the nearest creature.
I mean, that
Yeah,
would be
you
that
could-
would be on the DM to adjudicate. Can he do like free action? Call out all as well.
Sure. It does say it lasts till the end of his turn, and the madness would be afflicting him right then. I'll still let you do that persuasion for,
Yeah.
beyond that when he comes to his senses.
Okay.
Maybe you're hoping to get to him. And we'll say, I assume Frey would be, intimidating him in some way. So I'll give you advantage on this persuasion check.
Okay. Well, I had it already, but but thank you.
This flex of it. 26 is pretty darn good. All right, so because of the you think you actually get through to him, but because of his madness, he has to attack.
And at that point, recognizing that this guy's gonna just make one last he's crazed in the eyes.
Yeah, basically he's like
swinging.
temporarily, like his eye, it's like cartoony, like his eyes are glowing at the same glow.
Well, Robin will put a hand on Frey's shoulder because he knows how she would react to that, and he'll just step forward.
Okay.
As he's speaking to this guy.
Okay. Well, in that case, let's see if I can use. Let's see. I've got a thing called Token Fate. I don't know if I can. I have to get around. Preview. It's not letting me drag.
I love you, chat. I love you so much.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll a 1d2 twice, and if he rolls a 1, he attacks Frey. If he rolls a 2, he attacks Valravn because it says nearest creature.
Yeah.
2 is Valravn with the mace. 18 hits, presumably. 7 bludgeoning damage.
We haven't done that much damage so far.
And technically you have to make a con save or be poisoned, although it seems like combat will be wrapping up, so.
Yeah. I did not have advantage, so.
Okay, so you become poisoned until the end of, and then another 1d2. Is Valravn again.
Oh, he attacks twice? I think
they do attack twice, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For
Shit.
22.
Right,
the madness is empowering him for 5 damage. She even raged to be able to tank this, and you came up, which I think is
regretting his decision.
All right, I will give you a point of inspiration for not only talking him down, but actually walking up and taking this damage, really selling the fact that you're doing that. And finally, after all that is said and done, you can see the madness, and you think the madness might have affected him too. He was kind of freaked out by the fact that happened. And you see he comes through and he kind of looks at his mace, he looks back at his buddy. He looks down at the guard who's just kind of, he can kind of almost see if he reached over and yelled, he could say something to that guard down there that's beneath the stairs, and he kind of looks at you all and says, "Man, fuck this. I can throw in with the wizard, that's fine. You guys are working for the wizard, right? Yeah? That's what we're doing? I don't..."
Now, if Heather was here, she would say, Frey is raged.
Well, that's exactly why Valravn put himself in front, is because, yes, she would absolutely do that.
Well, if we want to do that, then I would let her just reach up and just fucking knock this guy out, if that's...
I mean, maybe she does, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say that's absolutely what happens. He looks like he's about to say, man, fuck... he turns to you, Valravn, and says, "Man, fuck this, you're so..." And then she just comes and just pops him on the side of the head and just knocks his ass out. Yes, I will absolutely allow that to happen. That is hilarious. And I think that's going to be our good stopping point for this session, as you guys have managed to take out.
We got to start moving these bodies into the room.
Yeah,
with us
we've turned this into a hitman, game of hitman.
I figure we can use this intimidation when we speak to the speaker.
Look at this.
Our MVPC poll, first time we've had a tie in a while.
That's why I said I love you, chat.
Yes, they did that perfectly. A 3-way tie between obviously all of you.
That's great.
So you guys all get to roll on the MVPC table.
They know how to play the game.
Robin, Edmund, and Thimbleweed. Well, Robin got rolled twice for double prizes. That means you rolled a 20 on that table.
It's literally like wheel, you're spinning the wheel. Roll it. Roll twice.
Double ties.
All right. Where's the... Okay.
Yeah, that's what I did. I rolled the table instead of the macro. I should have rolled
Yeah.
mine. Ooh.
Potion of healing and another player inspiration.
You get to grant another player inspiration.
Edmund, do you already have inspiration?
I have.
He
Okay,
fucking
then we'll
banked it this whole
Yeah.
time. He's missing.
I was gonna give him inspiration for the whole taking these two out of the fight, but he still has it. Thimbleweed, you're the only one here. You want some inspiration? Do you already have inspiration?
I do already have inspiration.
God damn it!
I can't.
Can I give it to myself? Oh no, I've already got inspiration too. Shit!
See, I'm giving out this shit too much.
Ray gets inspiration for just.
Oh wait, no. I was thinking bardic inspiration.
Oh,
Regular
yeah,
inspiration.
Yeah, have a regular inspiration.
Yeah, Fresh has inspiration too. I need to slow down the inspiration thing because you guys aren't fucking using it. So.
Well, hold on. Edmund just got his, and I used the one that I got this
don't even
session.
have
But I just gave you another one. I just gave you at the end of this session. Remember? Because you just got
That's
one when you
right,
walked
yeah,
up. Yeah.
That's fine. We're not actually doubling up. It's
And I did use mine too, but then I got it right back.
yeah. Then you got it back.
Getting it too often. Then you always got one in the bank. All right, that will do it for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. And the glorious patrons. Shout out to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Wizard, Princess, Christopher, Thomas, Captain Mike, Adam, Aiden, Stan, Nathan, Alex, Chad, Alexander, Dan, Daniel, Cam, and the Quizats Hatterack. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Dead Lizard, Lounge Sam, Arash, Lippy Spuds, Jerome, Sklenia, Nick, Farty McButterpants, Blood Angel, Vronus, Baboon, Baboon, Nathan, Fast Like a Tortoise, and James. We are live streaming our D&D adventures every week. And we will see you next time. Join us in a bit for Frostlight Chat. Talk about how much of this dungeon I prepped that you guys saw almost none of.
That's right.
We're always
I am
fighting.
We suffocate 2 guards. We knock them all out. Here we are, chipping.
I can't wait to talk about this. I rolled for the treasure you would find, and I got that dust of sneezing. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about in Frostlight Chat.